Good morning, cultists! In our previous episode, we left things off after restoring power to the HRS-1084 space station, which we have to salvage somehow. Well, now that the power's back online, I'm hoping we can use the terminals and open all the previously sealed doors. And we'll start with this one. Keycard encoder status online. Oh, I see. That's what the blank UDL keycard is for. Well, I'm gonna hold off on picking that up, just in case we can hack and lockpick some more stuff. So we'll check the messages. There's one from Redacted, subject closing down. To station security all, subject closing down. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS-1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Really? Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all the exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. So I think alienist is an old-timey Victorian-era terminology for a psychologist. I could be wrong though. And personal files. Note on Guthrie J. Why does that name sound familiar? James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Right, and note on Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. So I guess we have to find Chief Kimball's daughter's name. Now, if I had to take a guess, I would assume that it would be Butt Stuff, as in Butt Stuff Kimball. Is Butt Stuff a common name for daughters? I have no idea. Never having had a daughter yet. I wouldn't know if that's an appropriate name. I wonder if there's a way to take these robots out without any of them, or them all just coming online. Let's try this one out. Oh, this one's for Chief Kimball. So, is this the terminal that we need the password for? Maybe. Messages. Let's see. From Redacted to Kimball I, subject your concerns. You ask that I reach out, I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale? Their commitment to the project? From Kimball I to Redacted, re your concerns. Of course, morale is low. You gave those PhD tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Ah. Okay, so this one is a draft from Kimball I to Kimball A. So maybe not Butt Stuff Kimball, but rather Anal Kimball? Is Anal a good name for a daughter? I know Debris is. Subject bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier, while the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses. The soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit her target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have had to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought the better of her choices, the princess applied for every dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Mom. Okay, so it's not Anal Kimball or Butt Stuff Kimball, but rather Angelica. Which is, of course, Swahili for butt stuff, so in the end, it's the right one. Security routines. That's it? There's nothing in the security routines? I was actually kind of hoping that we could maybe get the robots to go into, like, recharge mode or something, right? Because we were in the similar situation before in an abandoned space station. Wait, was that the space station, or was it the geothermal plant where we had the robots go into, recharge mode? In that instance, we were able to target the robots individually and destroy them one by one, but I don't know if it's gonna work out here because we didn't actually do anything. No, we just prevented the,
Tread lively, Captain. The floor's got teeth.
Great, thank you. Oh, is that what you're talking about? I thought you were talking about the landmines. Ah, I see. Well, like I was saying, we didn't manually turn off the robots this time, so I'm a little scared that... Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Look at that. And my disguise thing has run out, I guess. Thank you. And some mag picks and a helmet. Sweet. Let's see what this terminal is about. Checkpoint beta. Security routines. Disengage checkpoint security. Fantastic. Oh, I see. That's what the checkpoint is for. Personal files. Log Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the dogs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. So wait, were they keeping the doctors and the PhD people, like, as prisoners? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so these were previously sealed. Ah, these are the quarters. So, wait. That security checkpoint thing, that wasn't to keep people out. That was to keep the scientists in? There's a lot of mystery with this place, I'm finding. But, I do wonder. I'm actually seriously starting to consider that this may be related to that, lab down in Cascadia, where they had the shrine to the scientist who sacrificed himself by experimenting on his own person or whatever. Because we saw one of that here too, like right there, and I think that might be another one. Wait, do these all have people in them?
Science in action is both a marvelous and terrifying thing to behold. In this case, however, I'd say it's more the latter.
Whoa! Okay. How many people are in these test tube things? 3? Holy crap. Because back in Cascadia, it was only 1. Holding tank 003 log. Subject Dr. James Guthrie. Current status alive, extremely unstable condition. He's still alive. Stasis setting active. Notes, subject will need extensive nuclein resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this, I swear on it. Please forgive us, Eva Chartrand and Lorelei Fall. Those are the same scientists from the Cascadia lab. This is the same... Whoa. So they were brought here after the, the lab in Cascadia shut down. So this one's holding tank 002, Dr. Claire Pearsall. Current status alive, unstable condition. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time. I swear we'll bring you back. So I guess at this point when Claire was put into this thing, Guthrie was still around. Interesting. Okay, then what about this one? Is this holding tank number 1? Find out. Yep, holding tank number 1. So I guess this was the first test subject in this lab. Of course, we know the very first one was... I forget that doctor's name, but it was someone who was apparently loved by all. I see. So we still need to find Eva Chartrand and Lorelei Fall. Right. Anything in these bins besides garbage? Nope, apparently not. What else do we have? Ah, some stuff here. Fantastic. Thank you. And these guys are all offline question mark. Not entirely sure. I don't want to risk it just in case they turn out to be killer robots who are more than capable of ripping my face off and shitting down my neck. Yeah. I mean, some people say that robots can't shit down people's necks, but I beg to differ. Alright, so this seems to be... Oh, nice. Whoa.
Great work.
Holy shit, that required like 100 lockpicking. Very nice. Alright, let me just quickly explore this room first before we enter the other place. And see what we can get. Anything good? Nope, that's about it. Oh, this is the terminal of Dr. Chartrand. It has been 1,217 days since last login. Okay, security routines. Modify systems access protocols. Unlock personal quarters. Wait, was that the door that we just unlocked? Let's do it anyways. Fantastic. Modify systems access protocols. Oh, I see. So this is how we plant our digital flag. Let me not do that right now, just in case it messes shit up. Read the project summary. Lab 1084, Executive Records, classified. Executive Research Focus Group E177J48, Purpose Biological Hybridization and Assimilation Strategies. Active team members, Chartrand E, File L. Inactive team members, Guthrie J, McNulty C, Parasol C, and Ryle T. Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from halcyon native fauna. Classification CRAT 1002, aka Raptidon. Wait. Chimeric studies. Modification of human nuclein using strands. Wait. Were they trying to merge Raptidon DNA with human DNA? Whoa. Our ultimate fantasy is coming true. I want in on this. I want Raptidon genes in me. Fuck me. I mean, by that I don't mean their semen. Well, maybe sometimes, but talking about the actual DNA itself. Interesting. What, is that for like a military purpose, I wonder? Make like super soldiers who can spit acid and, I don't know, get demolished by random crazy ladies walking around the Monarch wielding laser swords and shit? Messages from Redacted, subject Station Morale. From Redacted to Lab 1084, Station Morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Logs. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Laura walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. And Claire, we had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Today I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. Access outbound comm transcript. Sure. Transmission begins. Chartrand E. Is anyone listening on this frequency? Redacted, who is this? I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted... Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Executive override, password antediluvian. That's the same password that we had to use in Cascadia. Notable sigh. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me that they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesi Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084, misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override, save in case of emergency. Damn it, this is an emergency. Transmission ends. Executive override for use. User Chartrand E discontinued. Duration indefinite. Wow. Holy crap, what the fuck was going on here? And a log on James. This log is being entered by Dr. File. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which one of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Interesting. So now I think we kind of have an idea what was going on-ish. It seems like they were trying to splice human and Raptidon DNA for some purpose. My guess is that it's military in some way, but it could be wrong. Researcher's mask. Cause bleed duration plus 30%. Okay. I mean, it's not great, but I'll take it regardless. Thank you. So I suppose this is the fancy-ass room of Dr. Eva Chartrand. Great. Oh, right, we still need to do the thingamajig. Modify system access. Insert sublight override cartridge. There we go. Transfer of administrative privileges successfully completed. Admin location, groundbreaker. Admin username. Sublight boss A51. A51? Area 51? If you're reading this, you're standing on the legal property of Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to collect your cut. Lilia Hagen, Executive Director of Aggressive Acquisitions.
Sublight will be well pleased that you've claimed the station for them. Myself, I'll be fine leaving this place.
Yeah.
Chartrand. Sounds awfully familiar. That was the scientist from Cascadia, right?
Yeah, actually. Do you want to talk about it?
I've been mulling over everything with Graham and the Iconoclasts. I don't normally advocate murder, but as far as Graham was concerned, I think you made the right call.
Well, I'm actually glad to hear you say that. Glad you see it my way. I did what needed to be done. Let it be a lesson in what happens to those who annoy me. If I wanted your opinion, I'd have asked for it. Is this a little too psychotic? I mean, I feel like that's something I would say, but, You know what? Let's just say it. Let it be a lesson in what happens to those who annoy me. I don't want him to feel threatened, though. You know what? We'll just say, glad you see it my way.
I think we often see eye to eye. It's one of the reasons I believe our paths were destined to cross.
Damn right. I guess we're good then. I thought she had, I thought he had more stuff to say. What about you, Parvati?
Yeah, huh?
Well, I guess that's it. Fantastic. We still need to find the fancy-ass clothing for Parvati, though, so I guess whenever we can go to Byzantium is... Wait, we've already explored this place, right? I think so. Yeah, I think we've checked out everything so far. We're good. Alright, so let's head back to the Groundbreaker, and then from there... I guess maybe Scylla's the next point that we need to go to? Or should we go to see Phineas first?
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. After I go talk
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
No? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to strip for me, Ada? Because, I think you and I can really, you know, get down to brass tacks. if you know what I mean. Of course, it's a very sexual phrase to be using. Brass tacks, wink wink, nudge nudge. Or groundbreaker docking bays.
Destination
I want to see where this saga
the
goes.
groundbreaker.
With this whole what's it? Project Tarot? I don't know if that's the right name for it though. Do we bring... Who do we bring? Let's bring... Wait, so who's convincing... Who's got the persuasion stuff? Let me just quickly check. Because I know Felix has the persuasion stuff too. Is it you? No. Lying, medical, and engineering. Felix, you have persuading. Yes. Nyoka has lying, sneaking, and medical. Parvati has persuading, lockpick, and engineer. And the vicar has intimidate, and Sam has intimidate. Gotcha. Alright, so we'll bring Parvati and Felix, I think. Yeah, so that our persuasion goes back up to over 100. Not quite over 9,000, but still. I'm assuming if we can ever get 9,000 persuasion or something, maybe we can just convince the entire universe to just, I don't know, fuck right off or something. Possibly. Sorry. I just couldn't help but notice your giant 5-head. It's nothing personal, just, you know, your forehead was like a fucking black hole that was sucking in my vision and all that such. C&P chicken and potatoes. Wait, is that what C&P stands for? No, right? Bit of a weird company name to be calling themselves chicken and potatoes. Lilia, good news.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
Intimidate, really? That's what I needed? Okay, fine. You'll also find some automatic salvage awaiting new owners. The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might be alive. I think they're all alive. And yes, you'll find some automechanical salvage awaiting new owners.
I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
A UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off. It was an easy job, no surprises. Any reason why we shouldn't tell her about that? I guess we were followed. You know what, let's just tell her the truth. I get the feeling that she already knows.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. We might have figured that out already.
Perception, rare gas, and a lab that tested on its people. Couldn't have been a coincidence. Is this about your cloak and dagger warnings? I'm listening. I hope that means I'm due for a raise. Yeah, I hope it means I'm due for a raise.
How does an executive-level promotion sound? You can give yourself a raise. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Really? Bad news, I take it. The truth about the human tailbone? You have my interest, now you have my attention. The truth about the human tailbone?
I'm thinking more along the lines of the sapient species paradox.
Oh, I read about that in one of my magazines. She's talking about aliens, right?
Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Interesting. I'm guessing you have an idea. The Sapiens Paradox. You think this is about the discovery of intelligent life? Maybe they were just hiding expensive research from pirates like Sublight. Let's use our intelligence option.
Wrong. I think it's about intelligent life discovering us. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial, Millstone. This is reality.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I could definitely see that happening. Technically speaking, all the non-sentient alien things that we've met so far are aliens, right? Mantisaurs, mantipillars, canids, etc., etc. They're all really aliens, but aliens? Aliens. Really? Or just say nothing? Aliens?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Many questions. A few, this is completely insane. Skip to the part where I get paid. Don't care what hallucinogens you're on. Well, I don't see why it's so far-fetched. Mantisaurs, hello? They're aliens. I mean, they're not quite sentient, but still. Yeah, I have a few questions.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
Okay, when you say aliens, what are we talking about here? Enough, tell me what needs to be done. Yeah, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Haven't seen any evidence of aliens. Join the sublight so it can do crimes, not save humanity. The little green bastards must pay. Well, I mean, so far we haven't seen any evidence of sentient aliens. Yeah, I guess we should mention that.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
I mean, I'm definitely open to keeping an open mind, but at the same time, how do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you? Enough tell me what needs to be done. Yeah, how do you know I'm not an alien spy?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Okay, it's starting to sound a little insane, but sure. That's comforting. Cross your eyes. We're coming to get you, Lilia. That's comforting.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Well, so far, I'm not able to grow tentacles, but, slowing down time? Tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Okay. Sounds messy, but I'll take the job. Murder isn't covered under my contractor employment agreement. Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die? Yeah, why does she need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
I don't know if she did that to them. I think they kind of did that to themselves, no? When did Sublight get so principled? Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable. Yeah, when did you get so principled?
It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Ah, right. Now it all makes sense. Sounds messy, but I'll take the job. The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil. Yeah,
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Fair point. So where does Dr. Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Fair enough. Alright, well, sounds messy, but I'll take the job.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Whoa! I see. Well, this could get very interesting. I do hope that it turns out to be true and we're actually being invaded by aliens and all that such. And maybe I get an opportunity to become an alien myself. Can I open this without you guys getting angry at me? I can't. Gotcha. Alright, well, let me just quickly level up here, and then we'll probably end the episode. I'd say let's just finish off one-handed melee. Fantastic. Thank you. So now I should be able to stun stuff with my power attacks. And I guess you guys need your perks too. Let's go for Second Wind, so that I don't need to worry about you as much. There we go. Alright, so in between episodes, I might actually sell off some of my stuff to the Spacer's Choice store or whatever. And then I'll probably start the next episode inside of our ship. And then we need to go to Scylla or maybe talk to Phineas. Just in case Phineas gives me more missions to, like a mission to go to Scylla. Maybe we should drop by and talk to him first, and then, you know, go to Scylla next. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't think it'll make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast!